Good morning. Welcome to Planet Mojo. We got 1.5 inches, 2 inches of snow. Not too much last night. So it's looking a little better than it has. I'm going to be doing some more of that foam work. Yes, I got more to do. I'm going to do that when I get back. But right now, I'm heading down to the Vineyard, which is just over the hill and through our lower dry lot there. But we're going to take the path through the woods here down on the rock road there so Izzy can get her walk. I'll check in here and there if there's anything interesting to show. But if not, what I got to do in the vineyard is zip tie any of the cordons. The cordons are the little branches. The trunk comes up and the cordons go off onto the wire. There was a few of those that, whoa, let me get down here. There was a few of those that have been off the wire since we harvested, and I just keep forgetting to go and deal with them. And the snow today reminded me that when they get loaded down with ice or snow, if they're not connected to the wire, it can actually snap either the trunk or the cordon. So I'm going to get those strapped up temporarily with some zip ties. I ran out of the regular ties that I use, so I have to go up and down the rows and zip tie anything that is completely off the wire. Throw a couple zip ties on there. And then when I prune, which is right around the end of January, I just wait for a day that's fairly nice. Low wind and sunny is what I prefer. So when I prune, I should have the right ties by then, and I'll retie them at that time. So let's head down into the woods. It's beautiful down here, so it should be a nice walk. American Chestnut. Other than Izzy's prints, no prints here at all. And it doesn't look like something chewed that off, but I think that was probably from the summer. I didn't see any deer prints here yet this year in the snow, so I don't think deer have been biting on it, and rabbits can't get up that high. If you didn't see the other videos, rabbits girdled this. Oh, what was it? I fixed it on video. There's a video of me. The old tree was dead, and there was like 5 shoots coming out of it. And I got rid of 4 of the 5, and then put a cage around this. That was right near the beginning of the YouTube channel, so I'll put a link to that. But this is the regrowth from that, and it's doing really well. This is going to take off this year. I sprayed this with deer repellent. It's got to be coming up on a month now, this and all the other trees that I planted this year. I'll have to check my calendar and see when it's time to spray these again. But in the wintertime, when they're about this height, when deer can still browse on the tops, I do not want deer coming along and mowing off the top continuously. Then you end up with like a bush, and you got to do a lot of pruning to get it to go straight again. So I spray this with deer repellent as well as the other ones, And I did that with the vines too, and once the vines are established, the deer just leave them alone. There's grapevines everywhere around here, so it's not like a treat or anything. Okay, so I know there's one in the middle and there's one in the front, but I have to go up and down all of the aisles to make sure I get them all. Yeah, see, these are the ties that go on here. They're anti-girdle ties, but in reality, they'll still girdle a little bit, and if it gets to be too much, you have to cut them off and put a new one on. But it's not gonna pinch off and kill an arm. This is a cordon. Other people call it arms. This is the trunk, this double trunk. Yeah, I never finished up putting in this row. We had disease so bad that it killed all of the young vines. This was 2 years ago. So I just abandoned it until I can get to it. So I need to put the rest of the posts in and wire this up. Hopefully I can plant this coming spring. If you didn't see the video, we got 1,114 pounds of grapes out of this last year. Cindy and I harvested it, and oh geez, it took a full day. It was a hell of a lot of work, but it's only once a year. There's a lot of work that happens behind the scenes as well, but harvesting's only one day. See, I don't know what that was pruned. You can see it's a nice straight cut, so I must have, I don't know why. Oh, it might have got cut when we were harvesting. You accidentally, because this is really lush, and you got to reach in there and prune. These have to go. You don't want old. They're called mummies. They're old. They're really raisins, dried out grapes. They hold a lot of disease. They have a food source, a lot of sugar, and if you leave them on until the next year, they're gonna be holding a bunch of disease, and the whole damn vineyard can be full of disease before you know it. Yeah, these rachias got to go as well, but all that goes when I do the pruning. I'll have big piles of prunings, and I used to burn it down there, but I think I'm gonna start burning it up this way. Okay, I will check back in when I get to a vine that's off the wire, and I gotta start yelling. Oh, there's the dog right there, sniffing the neighbor's yard where they have a dog. Hopefully she's not rolling in poo or something. Okay, I'm trying to catch this. Oh, I am so slow to the draw. She's been running up and down the aisles and then like tunneling, burrowing her nose into the snow while she's running. And then she pops her head up with her face completely filled with snow and just stares at you. Like, what? Come on, puppy, do it. Do it for the camera. Normally she's such a ham. Maybe she'll do it now. Come on, honey. YouTube wants to see you tunnel in the snow. That's what the best YouTube dogs do. Maybe later? she almost did it. Come on. Such a good dog. Oh, careful. You be careful. If you've been following the channel, she got a little cut on her foot a few days back from the ice on the road up there, from the ice storm. And she's all healed up now, but we're getting some stuff to put on her feet whenever we have another ice storm. That's the only time it's really dangerous. This stuff is nice and fluffy. A little slippery, but nice and fluffy. Okay, I haven't run across that one I'm thinking of yet. I could have swore there was one in the center aisle and at least one in the front. But so far I haven't run across them. So I'm going to keep looking. This is also another maintenance thing that needs to be done every spring. Got to yank these after it's pruned. The vines weigh a lot less. And then I got to come out here and take my goldenrod. There's a video on that. A goldenrod is like a wire tensioner. And I have a gripple wire tensioner. These are gripple one-way clamps. I have a gripple model tensioner, but it doesn't work very well. So you'll see that too. It's another yearly thing. Like I said, the next thing on these is to burn the prunings, and then I'll come in here and spray these with dormant oil, which is, I think I'll use neem oil. It's like it comes from the neem plant, but I'll get into that more when I do it. The dormant oil suffocates overwintering pests. They get into this thick bark and they live underneath it, and a dormant oil gets underneath the bark along with it and suffocates them. Oh, here's one right here. Yeah, this is the one I'm thinking of. It has a flag on it still because there was a bird nest right here, and whenever I get a bird nest, I mark it with a flag like that so I don't disturb the babies. All right, let me get this thing strapped up. Okay, I got these extra long ones just in case the vine is nice and stiff and doesn't want to cooperate, but this is fairly cooperative. So I'm going to put a big loop on this, and even if I forgot to get that off, which is not going to happen, I could see it happening if I put that on in the summer, because stuff can get buried by leaves, but it's not going to happen now because I'll be back here in maybe 2 weeks. There's the other one right there. So I'm thinking that's the last one, just these two. So let me get over there and take care of that one too. I ran across some insanely poor growth patterns on some vines down there, but I'll cover the pruning in a pruning video very soon. There we go. I hope this camera's aimed right. I never seem to have it on the subject. There we go. I'll put another one out at the end. There we go. That's perfect. Oh, this is really stretched to the limit. I believe this particular vine had a massive amount of grapes on it. So when I go to prune, I'm going to add more of these rubber ties on these that have snapped. I should have 4 or 5 of them on each one regardless. Yeah, there's some pretty bizarre growth on this as well. This is a renewal. This should have been just a spur, but it followed along the cordon way the heck down to here. What a mess. But that's the awesome thing about vineyards, is you get to start over every year. All right, the wind's picking up and it's getting pretty cold out here. Yeah, I'm glad I'm not doing pruning today. It's kind of nasty out, but it's looking really nice down here. I can't wait till growing season starts again. So if you want to see the pruning, which is coming up, and the entire year in the vineyard as well, make sure you subscribe and click on the update icon so you're notified. If you have any questions or comments, make sure you put them in the comment section below. I generally answer all comments, so it's great to get to know you guys. And if you like the video and or share it, it helps the channel out greatly. Thanks for watching and have a great day.